Hello and welcome back to video 4, I think it is now. Yeah, the response from making this blank and from my videos so far has been phenomenal. I can't thank all of you enough for the support that you're giving me, with all the comments that you're leaving, and the subscriptions. I think I'm up on 170 subscriptions already in 2 weeks, and I'm absolutely blown away by that. I must be doing something right. I've had a few comments on the way I'm making my videos and producing them and editing them. Most good. I've had some constructive criticism, that's what I call it. Any comments that you make about the way I make the videos really helps me, because I learn from them every time. I've promised one guy I'm going to try and keep my head facing you guys and not be looking around the shop. It's just habit, it's nerves in front of the camera, but I'm slowly getting used to it. I've decided what I'm going to make. I've made one before, but I've never videoed it, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a goblet, especially for you, Mike. These pencils are very weak on the edges, so when you're coming in on the edge, you're going to get a lot of chip out and break out from the edge. So what I found in the past, when you're working on a pencil blank, if you can incorporate some wood into it somehow on the ends, it really helps when you're turning it, because it keeps all the ends together, and it just makes the whole blank a lot more solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it onto the lathe, and just between centers, and I'm going to turn it round. So stick with me and let's make a goblet out of colored pencils. I've got this between centers, and we're going to turn it round. If you're going to do one of these pencil projects, wear your face shield. These things can be deadly. They can fly off and they just become a spear shooting through the air. And I suppose all we can do now is go into this. I'm going to use my my 3/4 inch roughing gouge. Yeah, about 1200 revs per minute we're going to turn this at. That's as fast as we can go. Any faster and I'm getting a bit of wobble, but that's not bad considering it's a glued up blank from pencils. We didn't lose too much balance out of it. So yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and do it, and let's see what we can do. Okay, we're round. Rough round, but we're round. I'm going to run the parting tool down the edges just to try and square them up a bit, and then I'm going to glue some sand up and glue some bits of the oak on the ends, and when I've done that we'll come back and we'll start making a goblet. Okay, so I'm back. We've got our blocks glued on the ends now and it's all set up. So I'm just going to bring these ends down to the same size as our main blank, and then we can start making a goblet. Okay, so that's it. That's round. This oak is really hard at the ends, so it's gonna take a little work. And like I say, I'm still getting used to holding the tools right and stuff. So I've just added two 3/4 inch pieces of oak on the end of my blank. So now our total distance is just under 13.5 inches long. I'm going to put a tenon on this end, and yeah, we're going to go from there and see what we can do with this, and start shaping the cup once I get it into the chuck. Okay, let's see what we can make out of this. I'm just using my my spindle gouge. As you can see in the speed up video, I did come to a few problems as I was coming down this first layer. I had a lot of chip out, a lot of pencils breaking out. Now there's two things you can do there. You can go ahead and just re-stick pencils back in. You can just, you know, when it breaks out, it's going to be a hexagon shape. So you can just slot another pencil in, wait for it to dry, and then just turn it away again if you wanted to. Now, I wasn't really happy with how thick it was anyway. I wanted to come down thinner, so I just went down to the next layer, and it's come out a lot better. I've put a little bit of feature in here so that we can see ends of pencils popping, because I didn't like just the straight pencils coming through. It's very, even though it's colourful, it's a bit boring. And then I've put a bit of shape into the oak. My next move now is I'm going to try and drill out and hollow out the inside of the goblet. So let's do that. go. One goblet made from a pencil blank. Yeah, I had fun doing this. It was good fun. It's still good and strong. There's nothing weak about it. The glue held up very well. I was very happy with the construction of it. There's no real huge gaps in where the pencils are stuck together. Now there's obviously chip out where pieces of pencil have broken off. You get that with these pencil projects. There's nothing you can do about that. You're going to lose them, and the pencils are so hard, it was killing my tools. And this oak equally just as hard. Now, like I say, I have a lot to learn about how I present my tools to the work, but it's a big learning curve, and I'm getting there. But yeah, like I say, it was fun. Next week we will fill this, repair it where there's bits missing, and sand and finish it, and it will look a lot different to this at the moment. I know it looks rough, but yeah, that's pencil turning for you. They do look rough for a while until you give them a bit of love, and we'll do that together next week. If you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe if you haven't done already, and hit the like button, and I'll see you next week when we sand this. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.